Hey everyone, so in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make my YouTube intro. As you can see, it is very highly requested, so I'm going to make it for you guys. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Canva and I'm going to search in the search bar, YouTube intro, and then we are going to get a bunch of options. You're going to scroll until you find create a blank video and it should have a plus sign. And from there, we are going to click on the rectangle and you're going to click on where it says color and choose the color you would like. I am choosing black for this intro because it's going to be my intro from the beginning. From there, you're going to click on where it says text. You're going to click add a heading and you're going to type in the first part of your channel name. And for me, I'm putting intros by, and that's just going to go a little bit to the left. And we are going to click on where it says font. And then you're going to click on the search bar and you're going to type in the word Aileron. It's shown on the screen. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's on the screen and in the description. It also let me choose the thickness, so I just clicked on thin, and I'm just moving mine a little bit to the left like you're seeing here. Then we're going to click on text again, click on add a heading, and then we're going to type in Sav for mine, but whatever your channel is, you would type that. And so I'm just moving it a little bit to the right after the intros by. And then I'm going to the font again and searching the font Angella White. Again, it's on the screen and will be in the description below as well. And we're just going to click on that and we're going to make it a little bit bigger and put it on the screen where I would like it to look. From there, you're going to click on where it says Sav again, or whatever yours is in the Angella White font. You're going to click on color and you're going to choose the color you would like. I'm choosing a pink color because that's my brand colors. So I'm just using the color wheel and I am going to choose pink, and you're going to see the hex code on the screen. I'll have it circled for you. And this is how it should look. From there, you're going to scroll until you find effects, and I'm going to click on the effect that says neon. I'm going to click on it and then we're going to adjust it to about 80 something. I think I picked 86. I think that's what I thought looked best. And then you're going to center it, and this is how it's going to look. You're going to click on save it as a PNG, and then you're going to save it to your camera roll. From there, you're going to go to your camera roll and you're going to click on the image that we just saved in Canva. You're going to zoom in just so that you can see the color part, and you're going to screenshot it. This is going to be really important for later. From there, you are going to go into CapCut and you're going to click new project, and you're going to add the image that we saved from Canva into the new project. From there, you're going to extend it a little bit longer because we're going to need it longer for the next part. And then you're going to click on where it says overlay, and you're going to click add overlay, and you're going to click that image that we just screenshotted with the solid color for the background. And you're going to zoom in all the way really big, and you're going to drag it all the way to the left until you see that blue line where I'm showing you on the screen, and you're going to drag it all the way out. And you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to click on add overlay and you're going to add it again, and you're going to make it really big, and you're going to drag it until it's covering all the words, just like I'm showing on the screen. And you can use the blue lines that are on the screen as reference to show you where they should be, and you're going to drag it all the way out. Then from here, you're going to click on the first black screenshot that we added that's an overlay. You're going to click on that diamond shape I have circled, and you're going to see it pop up on the screen, and it's going to be highlighted in red, and you're going to do the same thing for the second part, and this is extremely important. You cannot skip this step. Then you want to make sure you're on the second overlay, the one that's highlighted in white, the black rectangle screen, and you want to move your white line a little bit to the right so that it's a little bit away from the diamond shape that we originally created. And I'm just going to show you how you're going to move it. You're just going to drag it, and you're going to show just the first two letters. And then you're going to click on the top one, and you're going to drag it and cover the first letter. So you should have one letter showing at a time. Then you're going to drag the white line a little bit more to the right. So there should be two diamonds now. And you're going to drag it to show the next letter. And then you're going to click on the top one and you're going to drag it to cover the other letter. And you're going to kind of see what I'm doing here. The bottom one, you want to drag it to the right to reveal a letter. And then on the top, when you click on that, you want to drag it to the right to cover a letter. And you're going to do this all the way until you get to the cursive. So right before we get to the cursive, you're just going to keep doing this. and you're going to notice the diamond shapes already pop up on its own. You don't have to click on them yourselves once you click on that first one. And I know it's a little confusing, so just try to follow along, especially try to pay attention to what I'm doing on the screen. Once you get it, it's not too complicated. But again, you're going to drag the bottom one, show a letter, and then you're going to drag the top one and cover a letter. And you're going to do this all the way until this point like we're doing here. So I'm just going to cover that B, and now we're going to go in reverse. So now I'm going to click on the top, and I'm going to move it backwards to reveal a letter. So this is what you should have so far where we are. And now you're going to click on the top one first, and you're going to move it to the left and show a letter. And then you're going to click on the bottom and cover a letter. Okay, so you're going to drag it to the left now to cover the letter. So again, just to show you, you're going to click on the bottom to cover the letter, and you're going to click on the top to reveal a letter. So now we're going in reverse. So again, you're going to click on the bottom, and we're going to move it to the left to cover a letter, and you're going to click on the top to move it to the left to reveal a letter. And you're going to do that all the way until you get back to the first letter. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I will try to help you as best as I can. From here, once you get back to the first letter, we are going to drag everything out a little bit more because we need a little bit more space. That's why I said drag it as much as you want, because that's what's going to be best. And this is the way it should look so far. You should have it moving to the right, and then you should have it moving to the left. And now we're going to do the same process, but going all the way back to the right. So again, now you're going to click on the bottom, and you're going to reveal a letter, and you're going to click on the top and close a letter. So you're going to do what we did at the beginning. So again, click on the bottom, reveal a letter, click on the top, and you're going to close the letter. You're going to close it so the R is no longer showing. So again, you're going to reveal the S by clicking on the bottom and moving it to the right. And then you're going to close the O by clicking on the top and moving it to the right. And you're going to do this the whole way, all the way until the end, including the cursive this time. I think the best thing is to kind of just follow along to what I'm doing on the screen. I know it can be confusing. That's why this is a little bit more of an advanced text-based intro, but I was getting so many requests to do it, so I figured I would do it for you guys. And it's okay if the letters aren't 100% perfect. But this is the way it should look with all of the keyframes added. That's what the diamond shape is called, a keyframe. Then once you have it the way that it looks that I just showed you, you are going to save it. And then you're going to click on new project, and you are going to add that video right into the new project. And this is going to be our final project that we are going to add and edit everything to. So you're just going to click add. And again, this is the way it should look. You should have it going halfway to the right, back to the left, and then all the way to the right. And I'm just shrinking it a little bit so that it's not so long. From there, you're going to exit out of it, and you're going to click on the 3 dots in the bottom right hand corner, and then you're going to click on rename, and you're just going to type in final or whatever you would like to call it. This is not a necessity, but I think it helps with organization. Then from there, you're going to click on new project, and you're going to add the image that we saved into Canva back into a new project just like this and extend it out. Then you're going to click on add overlay, and you're going to add the photo that we had before, the one that's the screenshot, and you're going to zoom all the way in just like this. And you're going to make sure that the line is showing at the right corner this time, or the right side this time, and it should look like this. And you're going to drag the overlay all the way out to the end just like that. Then you're going to click on the diamond shape at the beginning again, and this time you're only going to move one line and show one letter this time. So you're going to move it to the left, and you're going to reveal one letter at a time like I'm doing here. And again, the diamond shape should automatically pop up on its own. So you're just going to drag it, and you're going to reveal each letter one at a time. And this is how it should look. And again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below, and I will try my best to help you. I know this is a little bit of an advanced topic, and keyframes are not the easiest to do. So again, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them in the comments below. But as you're seeing here, I'm just dragging it so you can see each letter. And when I reveal, it should look like this. So it should all come in just like that. And from there, you're going to save it to your device. And we're going to go back to where it said final, the one that we saved the word final to. And you are going to add that into it. And this is the way it should look. You're going to add that there. And then you are going to add the photo from before, and this is where we're going to have the socials. And now what you're going to do is you're going to click on the first slide. You're going to scroll until you find the option that says duplicate. You're going to hold on to it and drag it all the way to the end. And you're going to do the same thing for the second slide, which is the one where it's opening. You're going to scroll until you find duplicate again, and you're going to drag that all the way out until you get to the end. And then for the last part, you can just click on the white plus sign, click on photos, and add the image that we made in Canva, the original image. And now when you go all the way to the beginning, you should have the first slide we made with the keyframes going back and forth. You should have the second slide with it opening up. The third slide is the picture we made in Canva, and then it should repeat. The fourth slide should be it going back and forth. The fifth slide should be opening up, and the sixth slide should be the one we made in Canva. So you should have all 6 of those in there in that order. Then what we're going to do is we need to speed some things up and shrink some things. So we're going to click on the first slide, and we are going to speed it up a little bit. I'm putting it to about 3.5 seconds, and it should look like this. Then we're going to click on the second one, and we're going to put that one to about 2.5, and it should look like this. Then I'm just going to zoom in on the project so it's a little bit easier to see. And from there, I'm going to shrink the first slide just so that you can see the V at the end. You want to be able to see the last letter at the end. And then I'm going to go to the second side, and I'm going to shrink the beginning so that you can see the V, because you want it to go smoothly. So you want the end of the first one to see the last letter and the beginning of the second one to see the last letter. So it goes nice and smoothly. And I'm just shrinking it again so that we can see how it looks. See how it's a little bit more smooth now and it doesn't go black. Now I'm just shrinking the third slide, the one that's just the picture, just so it's a little bit shorter because we only need our social medias to go there. And from there, we're going to do the same thing again. I want to get rid of any parts where it's just a black screen. So on the fourth part, I'm just going to move it so you can see the eye pop in. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to click on speed on the fourth one, and we're going to put that one to 3.5 seconds. And then we're going to go to the slide after that, and we're going to put that to 2.5 seconds. And it should look like this. And we're going to do the same thing we did before. The end of this slide, you want to show the V, and the beginning of the next slide, you also want to show the V. Or in your case, whatever your last letter or your name is, that's what you want to show. Just like that, so that it opens up a lot nicer. And I'm just shrinking the last slide so it's not so long. And this is going to vary based on how long and how fast you want your intro to be, but this is just how mine looks. And we're going to play around with it at certain parts so that we can make it fit what we would want it to fit. So I'm just shrinking this slide again, the picture slide, a little bit so it's a little bit shorter. From there, we are going to go into our search engine. I am using Safari, and I'm just going to search Instagram White PNG, and I'm just going to click on the first one and hold down on it and click Save to Photos. Now you can do this for as many social medias as you want and whatever social medias you want. For this example, I am only using Instagram just because I just wanted to show you how it looked. But in my original intro, I have Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, but it would be the exact same steps. So you're just going to click on overlay, you're going to click on add overlay, and you're going to add the Instagram PNG, and you're just going to make it a lot smaller. Then from there, you're going to click on add text and you're just going to type in your social media usernames. Mine is just Introsbysav, but you can do whatever you want. You can put multiple, you can just use one, whatever you think is going to look best for your intro, you can do. From there, we're going to go to fonts, and I changed the font a couple of times. Right now, I'm using StandardCT. It's on the screen. You can keep this one, but I do end up changing it a little bit later. But I'm just gonna move around the Instagram logo and my social media username, but you can move it to the way you would like it to look. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller and a little bit more even, so you can kind of watch me do that. Then from there, I'm going to click on the text and I'm going to click on animation, and I'm going to scroll until I find fade in, and I'm just going to click on that, and I'm going to do the same thing for the Instagram logo. I'm going to click on it, click on animation, and click fade in, and I just want them to fade in at the same time. So I'm just going to click on the text again, and I'm going to click on style and click on animation, and I'm just going to drag it out a little bit, and I'm going to play around with it until they match. You can kind of follow along what I'm doing on the screen. And then I'm just going to make them a lot shorter. So I'm going to click on the Instagram logo and I'm going to shrink it down, and I'm going to click on the text and shrink it down just so that it stays on the screen just for a couple of seconds. And I'm just zooming in on the timeline so that I can see where I want it to go. And you can kind of just follow along to what I'm doing on the screen, but I'm just dragging it out to get it the way I want it to look. And see where the transition line is? It's the white square box with the black line through it. I want it to make sure that it's right at the end. So I'm just dragging each one out till they fit that exact line like you see I'm doing here. And then I decide I want to change the font of the text. You do not have to do this, but I wanted to, and I just changed it to this font here, Kabel. It is also a free font. It'll also be linked in the description below, but you can use whatever font that you like and looks best for yours. And this is the way it should look so far. And from here, we're going to add a green screen subscribe button. So you're just going to go to YouTube and you're going to type in green screen subscribe button. And I'm just clicking this first one here. It'll be linked in the description below for you to click on. And I'm just screen recording it, and you want to make sure to crop it out so that it fits just the green part and you don't have the whole YouTube. And you'll see what I mean when I pop it up on the screen. So I'm just going to click on add overlay and see what I mean by you just want the green part and the subscribe button, none of the other part of the screen recording. And that's the way it's going to look. And you're just going to add it to your project. You're going to push it over just a little bit. And then you're going to click on it and you're going to click on where it says speed. And I'm just going to higher the speed. I'm going to put it to about 2.5 seconds or until you like it for your own. And from there, this is the way it should look. After that, you're going to scroll until you find remove BG. You're going to click on chroma key, click on color picker, and you're going to select the green. And then once you select the green, you can just add a shadow if you would like, or higher the intensity to get rid of the green. And once the green is gone, you're just going to make it smaller, and you're going to put it right under the white words. So mine's going to go under the intros by. And in my original intro, I have a different subscribe button, but that subscribe button was given to me by another graphic designer. So for this, I'm just giving you a free subscribe button to use. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to shrink the first part because I don't want it to pop in. We're going to add an animation to it, so I didn't want that, but you can leave that in if you want. Then from there, I decided to lower the speed because I felt like it was too fast. So I put it to about 1.8 seconds and then just shrunk it a little bit in the back, but you can put it to whatever speed that you think looks best. Then from there, we're going to click on animation and you're going to click fade in, and I just put it to 1 second. So it fades in just like that. And I just muted my subscribe button. If you want the audio, leave it in. If you don't, then you can just click on volume and drag it all the way to none. And this is the way it looks now. And I'm just dragging the end of my slide just so it's a little bit longer. And then I'm just going to click on animation out, and I'm going to click fade out as well for the subscribe button. Then from there, I decide I want to get rid of the blue and red because it doesn't match the intro. So you're just going to scroll until you find the option that says adjust, and you're going to scroll until you find the option that says HSL. Click on the red and turn the saturation all the way down, and click on the blue and turn the saturation all the way down. And now it should be white, gray, and black, and this is the way it should look. Then from there, I'm going to add a song. Now, in the link in my description, I will have the song that I use for my actual intro. It is in this video right here at time 4:30. You can screen record it, or you could even screen record my intro and add it, or you can choose any song of your choice. I just keep getting asked what my song is, so that's where you can find it. Then you're going to click on the plus add audio gray bar at the bottom, click on extract, click on the screen recording, and you're just going to save it, and it's going to pop up on the screen just like this. And now you should have audio in your intro. Then from there, to end it, I want my whole intro to fade out into black. So I'm just going to click on the last side of the intro, click on animation, click on out, and click fade out. And I'm just adjusting it so that the subscribe button and the end fade out at the same time. So this is how it looks so far. And now I'm just going to do some final touches. So like I mentioned, I'm just going to make it so that they fade out at the same time. So I'm just shrinking it a little bit down like you see I'm doing here. Then from there, I decided to go to the text, and I decided to click on it and go to styles, and I decided to scroll until I find spacing, and I decided to higher the character spacing a little bit. This is definitely not necessary, especially if you have a longer username, but I just felt like I wanted my username to be a little bit longer, so that's kind of what I did here. And from there, this is the way that it should look. Then from there, once you get it the way that you would like it to look, you are going to click on export. I'm putting mine to 4K at 60 FPS, and I'm just going to have Smart HDR on, and I'm going to export it, and this should be the final intro, guys.